Hey, you're stuck in trouble with Wolf Gorlak. A few minutes riffing on IT and IT security. Today, looking at the Equifax breach and specifically what it may mean due to supply and demand for future attacks. Before I get to that, I mentioned I was on vacation. I had promised a couple of vacation stories. One of them was I'm on a tour, and we're on a tour of Aztec ruins, right? So we're on a tour of Aztec ruins, and the tour guy is a great guy, and someone asked a question. People are like, yeah, it's good. He goes, how can we speak such good English? She goes, oh, well, you see, I worked in the U.S. and I was there for a while. And of course, I had to get a social security card and an identity, and that's pretty expensive. So I was able to get that, though, and study and learn. And now I'm able to be here with you and give you a good tour. And my girlfriend said my face looked rather disapproving, which I can imagine. What do you mean you're telling me that you went over and stole social security numbers? Come on. But of course, the tip to you is, of course, there's a very real market for social security numbers. There's a real market for fake IDs, not only for tour guides and Aztec ruins, but also for fraudsters of all kinds. And that market is driven by supply and demand. So when you saw the major credit card breaches of the past days, following Target and TJ Maxx and Home Depot, and insert big company here, right? You remember that big block where it's like every couple months it seemed like someone was reporting a credit card breach? Prior to that, stolen credit cards were worth a couple $100. And today, no. When a billion credit card records hits the market, that's a lot of supply, and then the price goes down. Today it's around like $10-15. Now, similarly, personally identifiable information, things that you could use if you're a tour guide. Rewind about a year and a half, in the beginning of 2016, towards the end of 2015, was going for around $400 on the dark webs, right? The open market. Now, fast forward, I was giving a talk out at RSA earlier this year, and I did some research, and it was down to like 60. That's a pretty big jump. Down to $60, right? $60 a record to ruin your life. Now, Equifax happens. Now, Equifax reports 143 million records with all that personal identifiable information on Americans. Of course, this is the company that tracks your credit. This is the company that has all your information. This is the company that didn't patch their servers and got whacked for 143 million identifiable information and around 250,000 credit cards. That's a lot of data that's about to hit the market. And when that does hit the market, that number on the open market is going to fall even further. Some of the analysts that were reporting today were saying that they're expecting around $30 per record is what the criminals will get. So think about that. Went from $400 down to probably $30. What does that mean for you, me, and mom and pop company everywhere that's storing personally identifiable information? Well, it means that information is no longer as valuable. It means that criminals are going to be ratcheting up other ways to earn cash, such as probably ransomware attacks, probably intellectual property. More valuable data is going to be luring them to different types of attacks. It's actually, I would predict, going to change what the criminals are doing in a wide way in 2018. That's my early 2018 prediction right there. What do you think is going to happen now that stolen credit cards is only worth a few bucks, and stolen identities is only worth a few bucks, and everyone's information ever, if you're an American, is now available? Ever? Wolf exaggerates slightly. What do you think that's going to mean for the criminal market coming up? Hit me up in comments or social media. And cheers.